just hope we don't lose another drone.
Yeah, that would really suck. I don't think we could afford to lose another drone.
Oh no, I'm definitely not going over the water this time, like I did last time.
Yeah, I mean, at least if it falls to the earth, there's a chance that we could at least, fix it, right?
Oh yeah, it's pretty resilient. It can take a little bit of a beating.
Yeah, I mean, the water, it would just be gone forever.
Oh yeah.
So, I'd rather break the thing than just lose it.
Yeah, those things don't float.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
How much do those run normally?
Man, the one I got's about 5. A little extra if you get we got a first-person view headset. It's pretty neat. I haven't used that yet, but it's something on the list to do.
Damn. Yeah, that $500, man. That can go a long way in filmmaking.
Oh, it definitely can.
That could be a hell of a loss.
Indeed, man. It's sad.
You live and you learn, I guess.
Yep.
I would feel safe. I would. He actually is my favorite superhero, so I don't know. He cares about everyone, his friends, his family, everything. He's pretty cool.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Peter Parker,
Yeah, that's me.
the infamous Spider-Man. Well, you know what? It's nice to meet you. We're here to shoot this documentary about you and your life. We're just really interested, what caused you and made you Spider-Man.
Okay.
We've got Adam and Brandon here running the sound, and we're just gonna ask you a few questions.
My name's Peter Parker. Friends call me Spidey. Yeah, it was like this math genius. I was really good with science and inventions and shit, And then I got bit by a radioactive spider. Where was I?
You were talking about the migraines and what was it, the tingling?
Oh, yeah, I get this tingling, and I called it my spidey sense. Yeah, it's like it was warning me of danger nearby. The only problem was the tingling. It wouldn't stop. It was like a pressure in my skull, like my brain was gonna explode. I tried everything. I tried skull cap, valerian root. The only thing that actually helped was weed. So I started smoking. It's like a quarter bag a day. I got really high one night and made this full body spandex leotard. The cops, they picked me up in the park. That was the first time I went to the psych ward. They prescribed me these antipsychotics, which they just made me so groggy I couldn't even use my spidey strength. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so I tried to get a job. And the guy was like, "You don't have enough job skills." It's like, motherfucker, I am a self-taught engineer. I can shoot webs out of my hands, man. I was homeless for a couple of years.
Do you feel like getting bit by the spider was a curse?
Oh man, I'm fucking Spider-Man.
I'm not a huge fan of medicating, but when it comes to psychotic behavior, I think medication is probably a good idea. And so somebody choosing not to take their psychotic medication sounds like a bad idea to me, depending on why they're prescribed it. If it really is just for migraine headaches, which I would find that hard to believe, then if you don't get the headaches anymore, that's probably a result of the medication, and you should continue taking the medication.
All right, so today we just want to interview about your experiences with Spider-Man, being a local cop in the city. We're just trying to learn more about Spider-Man and how he became who he is today.
You mean a crackhead?
Well, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion.
Look, I am highly trained to recognize people under the influence of narcotics. If I say he was on crack, he was on crack.
Rolling camera and action.
Yeah, I remember Spider-Man. How could I forget? I get this call. There's a superhero running around the park. I get there. There's this guy, he's running around. He's got his underwear on the outside of his pants. So I light him up with the flashlight. Guy does a freaking backflip up into a tree. So I draw my weapon. And he says, "But I didn't do anything." I don't give a shit.
Whoa, hey, whoa. What the fuck, man? It's cut.
What, you never seen a gun before?
You were gonna shoot Spider-Man?
No. The guy is on something, right? Reason and logic don't work on crazy. Train the weapon on him. And I say, "Get down from that tree. Get down right now. I will shoot your ass." So he crawls down the tree on his belly, like a spider. Cuff him up. Pull the mask off. The guy's like maybe 17 at the most. Doesn't have any ID. I know he's on something. So I throw him in the car and I take him to the cycle.
Was he on crack?
What's that, flock of seagulls?
Was he on crack?
The hospital doesn't actually give us that information unless, the guy's under arrest or we have a court order.
No, I don't think I've heard anything about the arrest of a local Spider-Man. I didn't really know one existed. Well, about the local Spider-Man, I feel upset that he was arrested. I know homelessness is a really big problem in Louisville, and I know that it's gotten a lot of attention in the local news media recently with the Metro government decision to raise homeless camps, to destroy homeless camps.
Yeah, I remember Spider-Man. Came to him about, 3 years ago. Just walked past security up into the newsroom. Said he wanted to be a photographer. So I told him we do all of our hiring out of our corporate office in Cincinnati. I couldn't hire him if I wanted to. So it bothers me that we can't give young people a chance, but we don't use freelancers anymore. Anyway, I didn't know he had just blown past security. I thought he was a student. Well, security came, and I said, I'm sorry, I can't help. And he said, "What if I can get you a photo of Spider-Man?" I said, "What do you mean, like the comic book character?" And he said, "Yes, dead serious." I laughed, but he wasn't joking. So I said, "Kid, you get me a photo, a real photo of Spider-Man, I'd hire you on the spot." 3 days later, I get a call from security. He came back. I come downstairs and I tell him, "Let's talk outside. It's nice out." He gives me a copy of his photograph. It was obviously him in a poorly made costume. The exposure was bad, the color balance was awful. It was as if he had never used a camera before.
So did you hire him?
No, I didn't hire him. Were you even listening to the story? You guys like film students or what?
Yeah, I've been working film for a few years. Good.
How about you?
I study journalism.
Journalism. Huh.
Would you mind putting in a good word for me?
Putting in a good word for you? Kid, I don't think you've got what it takes to make it in journalism. You gotta be sharp, and after that last question you asked me, I don't know if you got what it takes.
In this situation, does Spider-Man truly have Spider-Man's powers? Or is that still in question?
I remember Peter Parker. He was friends with my son.
You mean, Hobgoblin?
Is that what he calls him? Peter is a disturbed young man. I tried to help him, but he's deeply troubled.
Is it true that you had him locked up?
I had him evaluated For his own safety, he destroyed a valuable prototype. He burned my son's face. I don't know what he's been telling you, but the Peter Parker I know is no hero. He's a menace.
You're saying that he's the villain.
There are no villains and heroes. What I'm saying is he had potential. And to me, it's deeply unsettling that he's nowhere near to reaching it. Let me make this perfectly clear. Peter Parker is no superhero.
Well, if the Green Goblin says so. Now, can you tell me a little bit more about this prototype that Peter had damaged?
Yes, it was the Goblin Glider, a name I came up with that very accurately described this amazing tool that I wanted to make available to the U.S. military, primarily. I created it in my lair, several stories below us. I would love to give you a tour of the lair, never before seen to the public.
Really? And you're willing to offer us this unprecedented access to viewing this technology?
I would allow it. There will be areas we'll have to remain closed to the public. Okay. You have to understand, there's so many advanced technologies here. We certainly don't want to give advanced numbers to any of our enemies. But yes, we would love to show it to you. It's a technological wonder.
I'm not exactly sure if I would take the word of a supervillain. I don't know, because they're a supervillain. So, like, am I supposed to trust them? Am I not supposed to trust them? I'm not exactly sure. But claiming that Spider-Man is mentally ill is, like, I don't know, something that I never really would have, like, considered.
So, locked him up so that he could be treated. So my opinion on that varies according to whether a person in need is able to get treatment or whether justice was not done. And I don't have the factual basis to opine.
Man, can I get $20?
Shit. Alright.
Thanks. Holy shit, it's dead. It's that guy I was telling you about, remember?
What? I thought you were joking. Tell us what supervillain, worries you the most, or the one that you most fear.
There's a lot of them. There's Doc Ock, there's Green Goblin, there's Rhino, there's this one weird dude. He would call himself dead. Shakes me around. He's fucking weird. You gonna do this?
You ready to get your ass kicked? Wait, are you getting this?
Oh, you bet your sweet ass I am.
Spiderweb! Move. Lightning bolt!
Left again. Yeah. How's that feel?
Fire! Whoa! Wham! Wham! Ice spike! Whoa!
That was close. I'll get you, Ted.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, I got it.
Fireball!
You missed that time, Ted. Oh, you missed. You ready for this?
We'll see about next time.
Double web!
Ice spike! Whoa!
Wet! Yeah. How you like that, Ted?
That's good! Woo!
Another one for Spider-Man.
You thwarted my evil plans this time, but I'll get you next time, Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah? Yeah? Good fight, man.
Good fight. So, you come here just to donate plasma or just to see little old me?
I gotta donate that blood, get them bruised.
Shit, last time you were wasted. Thought you died.
That's how I roll.
You, wanna get a little high after this?
Dude, I can't. I got a film crew with me.
So?
I don't do illegal shit on camera.
Come on, a little bit.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm gonna go inside.
You're gonna have some? Alright, I'll see you,
later.
brother. Hey, what? Huh?
What just happened there? What'd you
mean?
give him?
I ain't giving him.
I'm pretty sure I just saw a drug deal go down here.
Are you cop? You cop?
Nah, man, but we're just trying to look out for Spider-Man here.
Well, listen, Peter Parker, dude's been buying stuff off me for 10 years now. He's good. We're fine. Everything's good here, man. We're chill.
Man, I can't believe we just caught this on camera.
You can't even, man.
Delete that footage, alright? Swear to God, if that comes up anywhere, I'll find you.
How about I give you $50 for an interview?
How about this? You double it, I'll give you everything you need to know about old Peter Parker.
Can we double it?
I think that's doable.
Looks like we got ourselves a deal, friend. Yeah. Spidey and I go way back before all the spider stuff.
You mean before he got bit?
Yeah. We went to high school together. We used to sell him Adderall. Then he got real into weed and got kicked out of LifeSpring and didn't have access to his medication anymore.
What kind of medication?
Seroquel and lithium, antipsychotics, mood stabilizers. Without those, well, you see how he is now. He was worse. You know, drugs will do that to you. They'll fuck up your brain, and then you'll get booted out of the system because of drugs, and then you self-medicate because of drugs.
I mean, don't you think, like, that he actually has, like, superpowers? His Spidey sense? You don't believe in all that?
What crack addict doesn't have superpowers? Are you kidding me? That dude does so many drugs. Who knows what he can do at this point?
When did he decide, or when did he become Spider-Man? When did you find out he was Spider-Man?
Well, we started with Adderall, and then he got into weed, and then it went to spice, and then after that, I sort of cooled off with the drug deal and tried to go to college and make a man out of myself. And then he got into cocaine, and after that, you know, all downhill. Heroin, mushrooms. Yeah, he definitely took a turn, 20s maybe.
Oh, well, that's good information. I just, I had no idea. But, you know, I guess we're just really trying to understand, ultimately. I mean, you'd think a guy that has done some good, I know he's not perfect, but, you know, I believe his story. I believe, you know, he really is a superhero. Okay, so why did you ask us to come back out here?
I don't want to be a hero. Why can't people understand that? I just want to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Just leave me alone, okay? I want to be alone.
Wait, are you okay? Hey!
I'm fine. I'm Spider-Man. Here. Get some footage of me doing webs.
Okay, alright, and go! Okay? Alright, let's see those webs. Shoot those webs.
Use fucking After Effects.
Whoa, hey! Hey, come back! Come on, we brought all this production equipment and cameras out here. We can't go out in the rain. Hey! Come on back here! I can see the webs! I swear! I can see the webs! You just can't see them on the camera! But I don't know what it is. The webs, they must be translucent or something. I'm not sure, but hey, just give me a few more takes. And I swear we'll get it on camera and it'll look fantastic. All right. Now, let's do another take, and let's see those webs. And all right, and go. Yeah, all right. Shoot those webs, yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Catching this, we got the real Spider-Man here. Shooting webs, man. I can't believe we're getting this. This is, I am completely flabbergasted by what's going on here. We are seeing Spider-Man in full-on prime action. Man, nobody wants to mess with Spider-Man when he's like that. I mean, that's what we came here to see.
You got it?
I think we're good. We got it. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. And that was what we were looking for.
Good. Good. Good.
All right. Want to head to the Plastic Center?
Are they open right now?
I don't know, man. Your boy Ted, does he keep regular hours or what?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he does.
Guess we're gonna have.
Let's go see Ted.
Yeah. Guess we're having a good night here. So, did you hear back from Brandon?
I haven't in a couple days, man. Last I heard from him, he was in the hospital, not doing so great.
That guy. So, do you know how to use After Effects?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Good, because we don't really know what we're doing with After Effects.
Well, come to the right place then. I'm an After Effects genius.
Do you think you could, like, make it look like Spider-Man's, like, shooting webs?
Please. That's too easy. Give me a real challenge.
Really? Okay. Well, we were thinking about doing this dramatic reenactment of a story that Peter told us.
I'll see what I can do.
Jarvis, I'd like to open up a new project file. Index Spidey Suit Mark II.
Shall I store this on the Stark Industries central database?
No, I don't know who to trust. Right now, why don't we just, till further notice, keep everything on my private server?
Working on a new project, are we, sir?
I just don't want it to end up in the wrong hands.
No. Cut.
I'm sorry, I can't see with this hood on.
What is he even doing here?
The computers are all gesture controlled.
What computers?
I'll add them in post. On the table here, there's a 3D hologram of Spider-Man's new suit. Once I key out the green screen and add in the special effects, it'll look amazing.
Is this even going to match? We're in two different rooms.
Trust me, it's going to look awesome when I get done.
How was I? Was I good? I don't know. I wasn't like really in the moment.
You were great, man. We'll just take another take here for safety.
Okay.
Working on a new project, are we, sir?
I just I don't want it to fall into the wrong hands. Maybe in mine it'll do some good. No.
Whoa! Cut!
I can barely breathe in this, but I'm okay. Just in case you were wondering.
Well, you signed up for it, so.
That I did.
Just so into this project, man. I feel it.
Yeah. It's gonna look
I'm
amazing.
excited. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna look amazing in the end. Those special effects are gonna be killer. Not this kind of killer, but killer.
Yeah. No.
So, what's with the suits?
Well, unfortunately after this, we've got to go to Brandon's funeral. Poor fella.
So sad.
What, you don't have a key to your own house?
Of course I got a key.
Why does this feel like the breaking in here? I guess we're good to go here. Alright, you mind if we move stuff around?
Sure, yeah.
So you said this is your house?
Well, it's my Aunt May's house, but she doesn't mind.
It's cool, man. I lived with my parents for a while before I got my first degree.
You already got a degree?
Yeah. Psychology. Psych labs, all that. It doesn't really pay that much. So then I went back for my communications degree.
Grad schools don't really care about your undergraduate major. They just worried about making talented filmmakers.
Yep, and that's what I'm here to do, to perfect my craft.
Did I tell you how smart I was in high school?
No, I don't think so.
I got straight A's in math and chemistry.
Congrats, man.
Where do you want the furniture?
Peter!
Let's see.
Peter, who are these people?
They're my friends, Aunt May.
What's going on? I told you can't have people over.
It's okay. They're college students. They're making a movie.
Look, you can't have people in the house. They could be drug addicts. I mean, you of all people should know that.
Why you gotta bring up drugs? You know I'm clean. I'm fucking clean.
Peter, are you taking your medication?
May, I don't need to take the medication.
If you want to live in my house, you do.
You can't tell me what to do. I'm 23.
Do you want to be homeless again?
Is everything all right?
Yeah. Where do you want the furniture at?
Look, hey, don't worry about the furniture, man. How about you just chill out, take it easy. We'll take care of the furniture here. Everything looking all right here?
Everything looking great.
Peter was such a good kid. His Uncle Ben and I took him in after his parents died. We did our best to take care of him. He was so smart, he just never learned to apply himself.
Did he really do well in school?
He got good grades in math and chemistry, but he failed all his other classes, and then he dropped out of school and got his GED, and he said he wanted to go to college where he could really challenge himself. Of course, he flunked out. And then he just kind of snapped. I don't know if it was the drugs or if it just would have happened anyway, but there's something wrong in his brain.
He told us that he got bit by a radioactive spider.
Oh, yeah, he tells everyone that. He thinks he's the Spider-Man.
But doesn't he go around saving people?
He's mentally ill. He can't even save himself.
Well, I want to thank you for having us here again. I know you're a very busy man and all.
No, my boy. It's my pleasure. I want the world to know the real me. You know, I am martyr to my innate heroism. That's what I am. Norman Osborn, America's last hero. That's what I am. Come on, we'll show you the house. Come on. Let's show you where Peter stayed when he was here. This is the room almost exactly as he left it.
There's the... Is that an actual suit?
Well, and that was an early prototype that came out of the lair. The lair, the room I have in the lower basement. Amazing thing. If we could get this right, another win for Oscorp.
Well, I'm very interested. If you helped him design that here, I would really like to see what this lair is like, where this came from.
Well, unfortunately, it's still in development. We can't show you the actual product being designed. It's top secret. The fact that it exists, I can share with you. But exactly how it's made, or its contents, or giving out free suits, that's impossible.
He's must be smarter than I imagined. I mean, we're talking about a guy that barely made it through high school.
Well, as you know, self-taught engineer.
How long did Peter live here with you?
Well, he was here for more than 6 months. Okay. Nearly 8 months he was here. We worked together quite a lot, but unfortunately, the darkness consumed him. I don't know if you've ever seen there quite like this. Sometimes, when I look into it, there's another face looking back at me. Like this.
Wow. Does that happen very often?
Every 2 or 3 times I look at it. Depends on the suit. It likes the suit. Oh God, doesn't like the suit. It's frightening.
I can see that. I can. And do you have guests here?
Well, I do. On occasion, it's honestly the world has shrunk for me with all the publicity and difficulties and problems we've had. It's relatively public. The problems that Peter's had, the problems that Norman Osborn's had, the problems that the Green Goblins had. And so if I can get 6 people to eat with me, it's a good day. So I wanted to show you my latest invention. This looks like a regular semi-automatic 8-load shotgun, but in fact, we're going full auto with this one.
No. I really didn't think we were going to be around any firearms or any, real weapons.
I call it the Punisher. It's advertising, of course.
Yeah. Is it just a coincidence that it's called the Punisher? From, the Punisher?
Subconsciously, that must have been it. This is the lair. I love this room.
Yes. Okay.
I love this room primarily because of the echo. It makes the most amazing sound. And I always come here when I'm dictating my ideas. The best part about it is that sometimes those ideas come out in 2 voices. So I think that this would be an excellent place for an interview. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. I have to agree. Right. Well,
So, here we are. The Amazing Green Goblin, Part 2.
well, we were hoping that we could speak with Norman Osborn.
I'm Norman Osborn.
Look, we know that Peter is not Spider-Man. And so what we want to know is what made you become the Green Goblin.
So, I guess you saw through me, huh?
Kind of, at first. But once we spoke with Aunt May, and we knew that there was something else going on.
Well, it started as a game. Peter was staying here after he dropped out of college. My wife, Emily, had died, and I didn't have the best relationship with my son. My father was an abusive alcoholic, and, well, I'm nothing like him, but I never really learned to. I just I didn't know how to be a father. So I neglected my son, and I just regret that.
Well, you had a business to run.
That's no excuse. You don't know that you have everything until you lose it. I was alone for a long time. And when Peter asked for help, I saw my second chance. He was very bright. I honestly thought he could be heir to Oscorp. And then he started to call me the Green Goblin, and we would play act throughout the house, and I really started to enjoy being the bad guy. But it just got out of hand, and people got hurt. That's my fault.
So there is an element of truth to Peter's story.
Yes. Yeah, there is an element of truth.
The suit, the Goblin Glider.
He did destroy an Oscorp prototype. But the whole radioactive spider and fighting across rooftops, all that, just a fantasy.
Oh, well, so, in your opinion, do you think Peter is just mentally ill, or that he has an overactive imagination?
I guess we're all just a little crazy.
Dude, we're all crazy. Drugs, they just push us along a little faster, that's all.
Hey man, what's up?
Hey,
you called us up here because you needed a ride or something?
Yeah, man. So Aunt May, she found my stash and kicked me out. And I don't really know what to do. I mean, go out to like LA or something. Like, there's a lot of superheroes in LA, right?
Yeah, I guess. Do you know anyone out in LA?
Yeah, my sister lives out in LA. She might be able to get you a job.
Maybe. Yeah, I've never really been like a job guy, more like a gigs sort of guy, like $100 here and there a day, that's good, right?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, well, hey, man, whatever you decide to do, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
I fully support whatever you decide to do, and I want to thank you for being part of this project and participating in it.
Thanks.
It's a hell of a ride.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's been a good ride, man.
Yeah.
Still need that ride?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I guess we got to get you to the airport or something.
All right.
You ever been on a plane?
I mean, I've flown with Iron Man a couple of times.
Well, believe I forgot this fucking thing. Alright. Would you say there's any heroes out there?
Yeah. The police, firefighters, soldiers, Trump. Those are the real heroes.
Well, I think there are definitely some heroes who don't have supernatural powers, like Cesar Chavez.
Well, yeah, heroes are whoever you want them to be. To me, the dude's a loon.
I'm here to save the world. Don't tear me down. No, don't tear